Teams would like to thank the Hopkins family for opening their home for float building, Mr. Tranchina and Mr. Kane for their construction expertise, and the Thompsons, D'Alessandros, Silvestro, and Salms for delicious meals, and all the parents that drove us to our nightly meetings. Also thank the water and sewer department. We would like to thank Mr. Nuko and Mr. Cleary for their time, support, and direction, as well as other advisors and administration. And now, welcome to the Tonight Show. Tonight on our show we have James Bond, Man on the Moon Neil Armstrong, and Woodstock patron Patty Little. Now I'll give a great round of applause. Here's Johnny.
High School! How are you doing? Good to see all you out here tonight. We have a great lineup of guests. We're going to take a trip back through the 60s. A lot of memorable moments happened, including Woodstock, the British invasion, including you had the Beatles, the Who, the Rolling Stones, you had the March on Washington, and in other news, Forrest Gump is still running.
Get off my feet! I can feel your front caging!
Now, we're going to our first guest, James Bond. Thanks for coming on our show, Mr. Bond. I noticed you're looking a little relaxed. What happened?
Well, I decided to get a job at Glassboro High School.
So your baseball career didn't work out?
Not as I planned.
Pretty much you got cut.
I like to call it an early retirement.
That's too bad. It looks like you let yourself go a little bit after you got cut.
What are you talking about? That was great.
The hair, I mean, you used to be all short, and now what happened?
No, it shags the swag, Johnny.
So let's move on. How are the kids at Glassboro High?
Kids are great. My favorite's the class of 2015.
It's hard not to. It looks like we still have some 2013ers following Mr. Wiz. Well, anyway, thanks for coming on the show. Sorry, we don't have time. Wait, what is that on the back of your cap?
It says Bond in 007.
What was that, your batting average? Anyway, thanks for coming on the show. Our next guest, we have the first American to walk on the moon. Please welcome Neil Armstrong.
Okay, so I have a question. Why is this segment starting so late?
Our last segment ran a little late. Luckily, I stopped him before he showed his PowerPoint. I'd rather sit through a full day of SSR than watch that.
That's not an acceptable excuse. -2.
-2 of what? Anyway, how's it feel to be back on Earth?
Well, after 7 days of being crammed into a sardine can, it was a very successful trip. We would have been back sooner, but the gravitational pull on the moon is a lot weaker than it is here. And -2.
-2 of what?
Well, back to what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted. According to Newton's law of motion, if you'll give me a moment, I'll gladly bring out some of my demonstrations.
Enough of this science mumbo jumbo. What have you been doing since you've been back on Earth?
Well, since the fishing on the moon wasn't that great, I guess you guys don't really get science jokes, but then again, why?
Getting back to this interview, what was the biggest difference between the Earth and the Moon?
Well, after traveling 238,900 miles and 17,500 miles per hour to break through the atmosphere, my partner and I arrived on the moon. We spent about 21 hours on the moon, but only about 2.5 hours actually walking on it. We were searching for something called the olivine basalt, but we weren't really successful in finding it.
By olivine basalt, you mean a space rock?
You didn't raise your hand. -2.
-2 of what?
Well, it's been fun.
Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break now. Stay tuned to The Tonight Show. back to the Tonight Show, where our final guest will be bringing on Miss Patty Little.
Hey, Little. Thanks for having me on your show today, John.
Well, let's not beat around the bush here. How was the festival?
It was great.
Well, that's great to hear. Who was there?
There was Grateful Dead, Creedence Clearwater Revival, Janis Joplin, The Who, and Jimi Hendrix. They all shared the stories about peace, love, and happiness, man. That's what it's all about nowadays. Woodstock's far out, man.
Now that Woodstock's over, do you have a day job?
Nah, man, my real love is music. I'm trying to get my Creole off the ground. Would you like to hear? Just grab my guitar.
No. We already have a musical act, but thanks anyway. Okay, that's all the time we have today. Let's give a big round of applause to our guests and staff. Thank you, and good night, Glasgow!
Walking down the hall, we get the funniest looks from everyone we meet. Hey, we're the sophomores. People say we clown around, but we're too busy winning to put anybody down. We be in first place, but that don't mean a thing. We're the young generation, and we're still gonna sing. Hey, we're the sophomores, and people say we clown around, but we're too busy winning to put anybody down. Sophomore 2015!
Is that it?